Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here. Once again, we are back for that weekly Shonen Jump Monday greatness. All right, we're gonna get into that Boku no Hero Academia hype. I love this manga. I think it's great. Again, right? I don't mind if people don't like this manga. If you don't like it, if you don't like something, at least in terms of literature and stuff like that, then you don't like it. Like if you're like, I wasn't feeling it, da da da, whatever. Like generally, I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna force you to like something that you don't like, right? So I don't mind if people are like, hey, like if they have an opinion, like, oh, I didn't really like that thing, I didn't really like that thing, whatever. Okay. But I love me some Boku no Hero Academia. Right? I love me some Boku no Hero. I just think it has the perfect mixture of right in terms of a battle shonen, of that slice of life stuff, the school life, character development, and very clear ways in which characters are growing, both in terms of emotionally, in terms of the personalities, right, and in the interactions among characters and their powers. I think that's great. I think it's great stuff. I think it's really, really well done. So that's kind of how I feel. Again, once again, I've always said this. I'm like, at the beginning, as Horikoshi doing his thing, and then at some point while he was reading the manga, he went to a bar, late night with Tagashi, had a conversation, and just his writing just hit a different, it moved. You know what I mean? It moved up. It really did. And if Tagashi was a reason for that, thank you, Tagashi. If you weren't, okay. But Horikoshi, really love where you are right now as a mangaka, as a writer. I appreciate the stuff that you're doing. I will say the Mineta joke that in that chapter, I was like, no, that wasn't for me. And I just think it just was it was a joke in poor taste. It just was not a good joke. It didn't need to be there, right? There was that whole guitar bit with Mineta that was hilarious. I love that joke. If you saw my reaction, you know how funny I thought that was. And it's Mineta can be funny without having to be the super, super pervert dude. It's just yes, we get it. Boys, boys are horny. Yes, we know that. But it's you don't need Mineta to be pervert dude all the time to be funny. It's there are other ways that he can be funny. And I want to see more of that. That guitar bit was just really, 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 really funny. The joke with Eddie and everything that wasn't funny. It wasn't necessary. So let's just move on, because again, that didn't totally ruin the chapter for me, obviously. But it downgraded it a little bit, So again, let's just move on. Let's get into chapter 174 of My Hero Academia, okay? Because I love this manga. You know what it is. Reptar, what's up? Wonka Block of Flame, what is up? All right, Reptar, I got to add you as a mod. All right. So, we're here, we're chilling. Let's read this chapter and see what's going on. I just want to make sure that I'm caught up with most of the weekly Shonen Jump titles. I still need to catch up to Haikyuu and Dr. Stone. I think those two I'm probably gonna do throughout the week. I might do I might catch up to Dr. Stone and Haikyuu. I might do early morning streams or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I will. But I think what I'm probably just gonna do is figure out what days I'm gonna do them. At the same time, it'll either be Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Wednesday, because Tuesday I think I'm gonna do a Yona stream. I'm gonna do a Yona stream tomorrow, so it'll probably be Tuesday, a Wednesday that I catch up to Haikyuu and Dr. Stone. But for now, let's get into Boku no Hero. You're out, by which I mean you've been poached by the staging team because they need more hands. But why me? I promised Eddie that I'd be dancing on stage. Ayam is going to reach all over the dance floor. Reach? But they don't exactly have a rig to make that happen. So they want someone strong to do the job. My transformation from dancer to disco ball will occur at the start. My new laser buffet technique can also be controlled over distances. A task tailor-made for moi. Ideally, you would then break away from the dancers to assist. So my time on the dance floor is just going to be really short. Sorry, dude. It sucks that all your practicing is going to be for nothing, but we could really use the help. It'd make the whole production that much better. No matter how awesome the show is, the audience is going to get used to anything quickly. They'll get excited when Ayama turns into a disco ball, but a minute later, they're not going to care. Just like that, and then the trick's over. But how about he rises up at the start, but then in the middle he begins moving up, down, side, and side to side. Oh, cool idea. Cool idea, Coda. Hmm. As long as I get to dance a little bit, as long as I get to dance a little bit, then it's not like I can't keep my promise to Eddie. The show must go on, I guess. Fine, I'll do it. Merci. You're a dude among dudes, dude. And this is perfect because you and Ayama have been buddy-buddy lately. After class, we discussed these changes and practiced. There wasn't much free time leading up to the event, since I also had my own special lessons to attend. 6:30 a.m. Boom. Youch. Still having trouble firing your shots while moving around? Looks like you've got some bruises. Let's ice those fingers. Thanks. I think I have the basics down, but isn't there some sort of secret to attacking with even greater control? Don't know. Somehow or other, I was using nearly full power since the beginning. All I can really do is drive home the very first lesson I gave you about visualizing. And that's it. Reinforce that image until it's a part of your muscle memory. Then rinse and repeat. He started out quirkless, just like me, but we couldn't be more different. All Might always had the talent and sense for it. It's just like I thought. He's a natural-born hero. Awesome. Whoosh. Sorry, I hope no one got hurt. Hey, Sume. Oh, Hatsume. What are you doing here so early? Hang on, this is bad. No one's supposed to see this. I sometimes come out here to test my babies. So thanks for catching it. That baby's my compact third eye. Be careful, young lady. Interesting. Zero interest in what I'm doing here. That's right. That's right, Midoriya. About that new item you asked about. One of my babies just so happens to fit the bill. I can customize it just for you. Put in the request and it's yours. Paperwork concerning costumes is the worst. Huh? I didn't really need it until after the school festival. Well, just like how artists draw in their free time, a tinkerer tinkers. There's already a prototype, so it barely took any effort. Thanks, that's nuts. I mean, thanks. Item? You mean those iron souls? Oh no, it's just something I want to use for a new move. I see. I have some experience with that sort of thing. You use support items, All Might. I didn't know that. But equipment designed to match 20 or 30% of my power was unwieldy. It makes sense for mid to long range fighters, but I was a brawler, so the stuff would get smashed up really quickly. That's why I left the tech. That's why I left the tech alone and chose to fight with just my body. Right. Reinforcing yourself with support items is a great idea, but be careful not to rely too much on them too much, especially if losing the item makes you feel helpless. I've seen plenty of heroes fall into that trap. Right. Okay, so I need to come up with a new visualization. Something about this feels pretty nostalgic. I'm pooped. Stop speeding up the tempo, dummy. Follow my beat. Of course, it's all gonna fall apart when you start showboating. Jito, you're a natural when it comes to teaching. Even a beginner like Kaminati already has some chords down after only a week. It's nothing really. Whoa, today's tea smells great. You noticed? Mother sent a care package, Golden Tips Imperial, an elusive and rare tea. I'd like to share it with everyone. Never heard of it, but thanks. No clue what that is, but it sounds extra fancy. Go, Momo, go, Momo. Deku, want some of Momo Yao's tea? Oh, now Deku's doing his like thinking thing. All Might with items, All Might with items. Imagine that, me not knowing about that rare might. Inexcusable. Any merchandise? Pics? No, not even a video clip. Yo, I love when they do like fanboy Midoriya. It's super funny. Eek. Oops. My dear viewers, what type of tea do you drink and when? A clip about tea? Fitting. Oh, thanks. Personally, I opt for a spot of tea before and after every job. I choose the variety based on the scale of the job. This one, high quality royal flush. Can you comprehend what that might mean? It's so cool that you can even tell the difference Gentle. It implies that my next video will serve as a wake-up call, not just for you, my viewers, but for the whole of society. I hope you've prepared yourselves for it. That was short. That guy, is he famous? That like to dislike ratio is harsh. I only heard about him by chance. A sort of famous villain who goes around making trouble. Huh? Still, it's impressive that he uploads these videos without getting caught. I wonder what he's planning next. Poor Gentle. You got a whole week without tea time. You okay? Yes. La Brava. Dissatisfaction with heroes has peaked recently. They've proven themselves feckless and weak of spirit. Naturally, they are prepared for foreseeable incidents. What they are lacking, however, is preparation for the unexpected. In essence, this complacency leaves them vulnerable to a genuine crisis. That they would proceed with the school festival nonetheless is proof. But Gentle, most of those kids have got bright futures. Is it really okay to involve them in this? My dear La Brava, this is merely a wake-up call. My incursion will only serve to strengthen the fledglings. You're actually just worried about them? So cool. Now, let us review the route, La Brava. Open criminal folder. It refuses to open. Sorry, I put a lock on it. Just click here and... Day of the festival, 5 a.m. Doran Street has the least hero agency traffic here compared to elsewhere. It is from this larger avenue that I will divert onto smaller roads towards UA. I will then enter a residential area. Having researched these dwellings in advance, I know that there is little activity in the early hours. You won't use your quirk then? Alas, heroes could be patrolling in the skies above. From there, I will arrive at a large park, which will present no obstacles, so as long as I avoid the homeless, it is not much farther past the park. Proceeding this far cautiously and without raising alarm will take approximately 1 hour. Over there, do you see it? The old detached house in the shadow of the hardware store? Yes. This is a cafe. You're not just going to have your tea outside like always? Risky. The proprietor in his twilight years, the proprietor is in his twilight years and is barely scraping by. Since only a few even notice this business, there are only 5 or 6 regular customers. But I understand this, La Brava. I must drink tea there. Why there? Because that cafe serves golden tips imperial and elusive and rare tea. Fitting for a job as grand as this one, right? Awesome. What's more, the elderly owner opens at 7 a.m. I shall bide my time in the park. It says in the park, yeah, and indulge in 90 minutes of tea time as soon as the shop opens. So much careful groundwork, as always. Gentle. From there, I re-enter the side streets, past a construction site, climb the small wooden mountain seen here. And there is UA. Then they will undoubtedly have Hound Dog patrolling, as that is his forte. Upon entering those woods, I shall rub the local dirt and leaves over my body to mask my scent, which brings us to the campus itself. The campus itself. It's a UA, the so-called, it's a UA barrier. That's what we call it anyway, huh? What do you mean? The so-called UA barrier is an elaborate system of security sensors. It spreads across the entirety of the ground, so breaking in is normally unthinkable without a registered pass card. And that's where I come in, Gentle. Just a house key. I sneak into UA's network and deactivate the sensors before anyone knows it. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a master hacker. Indeed, what a perfect accomplice I found in you. I am truly grateful to you, La Brava. Knock it off. I love you too, Gentle. La Brava, I mean it. With you as my first fan. I couldn't hold back these feelings, so I hacked your address. I'm your biggest fan, and I want to help you go down in history. Oh boy. In all honesty, I was frightened at first, enough to make a mess of things. And yet, as we began planning and editing videos together, the view counter ticked up. La Brava. I shall stake my beloved beard and my very soul on this grand caper, for the world, for the people, for my dreams, and to honor your feelings for me. Gentle, oh la brava, I love you, gentle criminal. And I, you, la brava, I'm gonna make sure you succeed. Count on it. And so the days passed until the night before the school festival. All right, so I would say that chapter was I don't know what I rank. I probably like the chapter. I would say the chapter was, the chapter was a solid. That was a solid 6. Oh, solid 6, 6.5 maybe. If I'm being nice, 6.5. I'm just like being like, yo. Then it was a 6. Like it was like it was good. It was alright, but it wasn't like, wow, this is amazing. This is so great. I don't know, something about like the La Brava, like, and what you call it, gentle, like gentle criminal or gentle, right? Like that relationship is like, it's interesting, but it's not like, wow, this is such an incredible relationship. Like relationship. It's like, it's all right. I do want to see more of that, but I kind of understand where she's coming from. Like, I think I get what people like La Brava, but like gentle, like it kind of bores me. He's like, whatever, but La Brava is great. I like her character design. Really interesting. Really funny. Is a hacker, so that's dope. And the other stuff with like UA is fun. Like it was cool. It was fun. There were certain things that were cool. And I think like Deck is gonna get some more stuff for his hands. That's gonna be built by Hatsume, which is neat. And what else? And a little bit more training. So like there's some stuff that happened that's cool, but it wasn't like, wow, this is a great chapter. It was like, it's all right. It wasn't like, whoa. It was just like, okay, that was a chapter. We got some stuff. It was interesting. There was like, there was a few things there that were funny. But other than that, it was like, it was kind of like, it was basically a transition chapter, right? And there was some stuff they did here that was cool. Like that was cool with Gentle and La Brava in terms of their like not character development, but like reveal, like this. It's sort of like the construction of the character is like more interesting, I think. So 6 out of 10 for me. Like it was aight. It wasn't like a wow chapter, but it was aight. It was aight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the notifications. I gotta figure that out. And like I don't think that's something that like YouTubers can do. I don't know, maybe like I don't know what's going on with that. I'll figure that out. But like yeah, like La Brava is just like is La Brava. Like it's it's an interesting design. I think it's different. Kind of reminds me of like girls that I knew like in like high school who were like who like really sort of like quirky in a good way and were cool, and like they dressed the way that they wanted to dress, and and as I see, they had like eyeliner and all that stuff, and it was like like they were distinct, like you recognize them when you saw them, you know what I mean? Like they had their own kind of like vibe, and La Brava has that. It's all like, for me, it's not like she looks weird. It's more like that's like her, and she has like a very like distinct fashion sense. And I think it's cool. It's nice. I like it. She's just like a funny, cute character that is clearly capable because she's a great hacker. So I like that. I think it's really cool. I like the character so far. Way more than Gentle Criminal. Gentle Criminal like is kind of boring to me. But I think the whole YouTube sort of concept is interesting and it's funny. But like, I mean, for me, it was like this chapter was like a 6 out of 10. It was like, it's aight. Like, it wasn't like, wow. And I think this is the thing, right? People would be like, oh, you'll just get on One Piece and you'll just trash it, but you don't get you don't get on other series and da da da. I'm like, yeah, like I mean, like this chapter was a 6 out of 10. Like this chapter was like it was better than like average, right? You know what I mean? And it's a setup. Like I get it. Like I know it's a transition chapter, but like that doesn't mean that like I'm gonna change my thing because like I like sort of enjoyed it. Like I thought it was like it was aight. It was an aight chapter. And it's something that I've done with Boku no Hero as well. And other manga that I read. right? Like Promised Neverland doesn't always have like 10 out of 10 chapters or 9 out of 10 chapters, you know, or breaks the barrier for that, you know. But like last week's chapter, not last week, but the chapter before that was like, to me, it was like, you know, it's like a 6 out of 10. I thought that Promised Neverland chapter, like, it was like whatever, you know, 6. Like for me, like the chapter was kind of a similar thing. Some things happened, but really, yeah, it's cool. Like it's setting up for certain things, and I know that it is, and that's fine, and I like that. But it was alright, you know, it was alright. Again, like it's not something that I just do with One Piece. I don't just trash on One Piece. I like trash on One Piece because I was like, there's some things happening there that I just did not think were good at all. So that's what was going on there, you know. Yeah, the last 2 Promised Neverland chapters were like, you know, it would have been a phenomenal. Like the last one was probably like a 7 for me if I like really think about it. And then before that, it was like a 6. And it would have been even better if if the demon had like we're not talking about the Promised Neverland, but like if like something had happened, like if like the chapter ended in a certain way, I thought it would have been much better. But that's how I feel about that. I just don't want to spoil it for people who might not be reading on the Promised Neverland if they're watching this video. But you know, yeah. So I want to see the Promised Neverland in the next chapter, and like we'll see. You know, like I mean, again, I try to be honest with like, you know, I try to be really honest with how I feel about the chapters and everything like that. You know, I try not to be like, oh, this chapter was definitely like a 10, even like if it doesn't deserve it, it's up, or a 9 or even an 8. You know, I try to be honest about it. And if I feel like a chapter is definitely like, ugh, if it just was not good, and I feel like it was like on the other side of a 5, you will know, right? You will know. So, all right, but I thought like the chapter was good. Like you know, it was cool. It was 6 out of 10. Like I said, you know how I feel about the stuff that appeared in this chapter. How I felt about certain things. It's all right. So basically, that is my you know, live reaction / review of Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 174. Again, y'all know when it comes to like manga reading weekly, not every chapter is going to be phenomenal. We know this, right? Not every chapter is going to be a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or even a 7.5, something like that. You're going to have some chapters that are 6s and 5s and 4s, you know, maybe even 3s if they're just really real stinkers, you know, like, right? And like everything about it is just like meh, but you like the art. You know, there are some like One Piece chapters where I would never give like a One Piece chapter a 0 because I think Oda generally comes with it in terms of the art. So I never give a One Piece chapter a 0. I think I always have to include the art in terms of how I'm thinking about things. But I never give a One Piece chapter a 0. I never give a manga chapter a 0 if the art was like great, you know? So usually like the lowest I'd probably go is like a 1. Like I would go with a 1. If I was just like, I didn't like anything but the art, that chapter's probably getting a 1. Right? Like a 1, maybe a 2. So that's kind of, you know, that's a little bit of how I think about it. I'm gonna end this stream now because it is 9:21 and I gotta get to the Promised Neverland, and then that will be the last stream that I do today. All right, so I am the Black Manga Critic. Thank y'all for coming through. Let's get to that Promised Neverland greatness. I will do Haikyuu and Dr. Stone some point tomorrow when I get home, because I got to catch up to those manga. I got a few chapters for those manga. I'm looking really forward to catching up to Haikyuu. That's going to be awesome. And Dr. Stone is going to be awesome as well. So I'm really looking forward to catching up to those two. But this is my review / live reaction of Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 174. I'm the Black Manga Critic. I'm about to do my review / live reaction for The Promised Neverland. All right, be there, and I'm out.